The showcase of the best players in the NFL is coming up as we celebrate the latest edition of the Pro Bowl. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
This is a very special presentation of EA Sports and the National Football League as we come to you from the stadium where the legendary coach and our namesake John Madden once paced the sidelines. This is the Coliseum in Oakland, and it will play host to the annual AFC NFC Pro Bowl, part of the Pro Bowl games. The best and brightest the league has to offer on display. The NFL Pro Bowl is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Purdy going to the air right away. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now a draw play to McCaffrey, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC heading out. A lot of stars to choose from over that conference, but their starter at quarterback, it's Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. That's his first catch, and this his first Pro Bowl.
And if I were him, I'd keep the football. I know it may seem like a little thing, but as you said, his first Pro Bowl, that's a big announcement to the rest of the league that he's arrived, that he's one of the better players. Keep the football, put it up on the mantle, and celebrate his first Pro Bowl catch. Hopefully there'll be more to come.
7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Jackson. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson. He'll get this to the longtime Charger. It's Keenan Allen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's Jackson. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. Now Jackson. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's not often that we chastise people in a Pro Bowl, but offensive line. Come on now. You got to give him a chance back there. He got clobbered on that play.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Jackson going to run. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 AFC. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamb's first catch of the game, good for a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get this up to about the 44.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
2nd and 7. Play action. Now Purdy. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett of the Browns there to bring him down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's Purdy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jackson now. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 2. In motion, Hill. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Slot man moves right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. In motion, Hill. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The AFC with a football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
One more time with Mostert. Powers through, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the AFC adds on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. Pass complete there to Nakua. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Purdy now to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Lamar Jackson going to lead the AFC offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They go play action with Jackson. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Jackson, options out left. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here now the NFC to take over on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
In motion left comes Brown. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. On the move past the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the gut, McCaffrey. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC able to get a bit closer. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The NFC takes possession here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Purdy. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Purdy from the gun. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Third down and 1. Throwing here, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Final play of the half, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They go play action now. Jackson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson now. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
To throw again is Jackson. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It's Kelsey on the ground. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 7. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The NFC's offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And a whistle, and I think we've got some movement up front against the NFC. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Brown, the motion man right. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The AFC's offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Jackson. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Dancing away at the 35. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's Purdy. Now this will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back to throw, Purdy. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The AFC's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. Play action. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Look at the big man rumble. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And we pause for an injury here. It looks like it's Keenan Allen who's in some pain down there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense on third down tonight, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now 2nd and 9. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Purdy. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the NFC. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 7. Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown, and their lack of success on the ground is a direct reflection of that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey, down to about the 37.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Operating from the gun, Purdy. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And able to get this out to the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The AFC thus far on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Jackson to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They hand it off to Mostert. And he gets it down to the 32. 68 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They work now on 2nd and 9. They go play action with Jackson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got a man, it's his fullback. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Oh, some strong running. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The NFC's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. He finds his target. It's Evans. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now Purdy. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to get this inside the 30. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Purdy, and he will score. Touchdown, NFC. George Kittle, 26 yards. And the NFC able to cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be secured by the AFC. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The AFC set to take over on offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third down and 13. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain an 11-point spread. And that miss should just about right a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 11, a minute 8 to go. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Here's Purdy. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Final minute of play. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Purdy. Being chased out left.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. Well, he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll come to the line now at a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Purdy. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Purdy with one final shot here. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.